John Arthur Johnson, also known as the Galveston Giant, transcended the boxing ring to become a symbol of influence and notoriety during the Jim Crow era. From 1908 to 1915, he held the title of the first black world heavyweight boxing champion, marking a historic achievement. He was the most famous and notorious black boxer on earth for over 13 years. Johnson's victory over James J. Jeffries in 1910, labeled the Fight of the Century, triggered race riots across the U.S. His impact reached beyond sports, weaving into the cultural and racial fabric of the United States, solidifying his legacy as one of the most influential figures in boxing history. Born on March 31, 1878 in Galveston, Texas, John Arthur Johnson, the third of 9 children born to former slaves Henry and Tina Johnson, faced the challenges of post-Civil War America. Growing up in Galveston's 12th Ward, Johnson formed friendships with white boys, highlighting a lack of racial victimization despite prevailing racial tensions in the South. At 16, Johnson moved to New York City, where he lived with welterweight fighter Barbados Joe Walcott. He continued working, exercising horses for a local stable. Despite facing setbacks, such as being fired for exhausting a horse, Johnson persisted in his pursuit of a career in boxing. Jack Johnson's early boxing career unfolded against the backdrop of a determined young fighter honing his skills. His early bouts included a notable arrest for brawling with Davy Pearson, a seasoned opponent. The two faced off after their release, with Johnson emerging victorious before a sizable crowd at the docks, prize fighting being illegal in Texas. In 1903, Johnson achieved a groundbreaking milestone by becoming the world's first black heavyweight champion, defeating Edie Martin. This victory, however, did not eliminate the racial barriers he faced. White boxers were reluctant to engage with a black challenger, leaving Johnson with limited opportunities to defend his title against top-tier opponents. The White Heavyweight Championship, held by Tommy Burns, became the coveted prize that eluded Jack Johnson. Despite Johnson's undeniable prowess in the ring, Burns initially resisted the idea of facing him in a title match. The turning point came in 1908 when Burns finally agreed to a match against Johnson. The location chosen for this historic bout was Sydney, Australia, on December 26, 1908. The fight lived up to its anticipation, and within 14 rounds, Johnson delivered an emphatic victory, securing the white championship and making history as the first black man to achieve such a feat. The aftermath of Johnson's victory was both triumphant and tumultuous. While he basked in the glory of his achievements, racial tensions reached a boiling point across America. Johnson's success was met with resistance, and a wave of racial violence, known as the Black Mayhem, swept through certain areas of the country. This turbulent period reflected the deep-seated racism that pervaded society, even in the face of a groundbreaking sports achievement. The aftermath of Jack Johnson's historic victory over Tommy Burns was marked by the emergence of what was termed the Great White Hope. This term encapsulated the fervent desire among white boxing enthusiasts to see a white boxer reclaim the heavyweight championship from Johnson. Despite facing adversity both inside and outside the ring, Johnson remained undefeated until 1915. His unique style, charisma, and unapologetic confidence in the face of racial prejudice continued to leave an indelible mark on the sport. Johnson's legacy extended beyond the boxing ring, challenging societal norms and inspiring future generations of black athletes to pursue their dreams against all odds. In a racially charged atmosphere, Jeffries was urged to come out of retirement and challenge Johnson to become America's new Great White Hope. On July 4th, 1910, the much-anticipated bout took place, pitting the Great White Hope against the reigning champion. Johnson, however, proved to be an insurmountable force in the ring. In the 15th round, Jeffries threw in the white towel from his corner, conceding defeat. Johnson's victory was not just a triumph in the boxing ring, but a symbolic victory victory over racial prejudice and the notion of a racially determined hierarchy. Jack Johnson's life took a tumultuous turn when legal issues marred his career. Arrested in 1913 on charges of violating the Mann Act, he faced a racially motivated accusation related to his relationships, including marriages. The Mann Act forbade transporting women across state lines for immoral purposes. Johnson's high-profile status as a black man married to a white woman fueled the controversy. Sentenced to a year in prison, he opted to flee the country, engaging in boxing matches abroad for 7 years until 1920. Jack Johnson's life came to a tragic end on June 10, 1946. In a car crash at the age of 68. While his physical journey concluded, his legacy endured, leaving an indelible mark on the history of boxing and the broader context of racial challenges in the United States. Johnson's role as the first black world heavyweight boxing champion and his defiance of societal norms became a beacon for future generations. In 2018, actor Sylvester Stallone's instigation led to Johnson's formal pardon by U.S. President Donald Trump, acknowledging the historical injustices he faced. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible story of Jack Johnson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on iconic figures in history. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know which black historical figure you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching.